Welcome to our today's Big League Match Prediction series. In this episode, we have 6 big league events to share with you, and we are going to tell you our take based on these events, how the result is going to end like, and of course, we are also going to back this up with some stats and analytics so that you can see the reason behind our picks, as well as we also want you to participate in this big league series and comment below this video what are your own takes or what you think about these particular events, how the end result might look like based on your own findings. I will also make sure that after this video tutorial, I will go ahead to create a community post which you can still go to vote to tell us your take based on the leaks we have shared with you, as well as commenting the reason behind your pick so as to influence others people's decision and what they can see behind the picks. We are sharing this particular pick which will run on Saturday and Sunday, in other words 2 days which we are making these picks. So we'll be releasing this video early so that you have enough time to go through it and see your picks 2 or 3 days ahead of time, so that you can have enough time to see what are your picks and make sure that you look carefully on it and place your bet based on the picks we are sharing with you. These hand-picked games, I will go now to start sharing them with you and the reason behind our picks. Looking at the first game in our today's list, that will run on the 25th of May, that is Saturday, in the Spain Premier Division. We are looking at the match between Real Madrid playing against Real Betis. In this event, I first of all want to share with you this particular area here, which is showing us the matches based on the recent game they have played on the last 6 events. I want to share with you this stat here based on Real Madrid at home. They are very good at home, and you can see out of 6 events they have played, they have had all 6 wins, as compared to Real Betis, the away team, that have had 2 out of 6 wins. And of course, you can see the percentage, 33% as compared to 100% of Real Madrid. Now, looking at this particular area here, Real Madrid at home, I want to share with you some of the stats and the performances of Real Madrid, how they do perform at home. They are very offensive at home, and you can see they had matches with teams like Deportivo Alaves 5-0, Bayern Munich 2-1, Cadiz 3-0, Barcelona 3-2. They are very, very good at home, and they have played with bigger teams like Bayern Munich, Barcelona, as compared to its opponent Real Betis, that has only had matches with games like or teams like Las Palmas, Osasuna at away. And looking at these two teams based on the performances of the two, as comparing the last head-to-head and the performances recently, we are looking at 2 main possibilities to occur in this match in full time. For this event, we are looking at 2 choices here. Our first choice is we are looking at Real Madrid to win in this match in full time, as well as we are looking at the possibility of Real Madrid to score at least 1 goal or more in this match in full time, as well as the possibility of 1.5 or 2.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Please tell us your own take based on your finding by commenting below this video description, as well as taking part in the community pool, which we are going to set after this video. Please make sure to go and vote so that a lot of people are going to see what are your takes. You can still go ahead to comment on the vote area in the community tab so that a lot of people are going to see what are your takes so as to influence their decision making, which will help them to boost their profit in terms of placing this particular bet. Looking at the next pick here, we are looking at Italy in the Serie A match between Milan playing against Salernitana. This is Italy Serie A, and this is still going to run on Saturday, the 25th. And of course, we want to share with you the performances of Milan as compared to the away team. First, I want to come here to this area here and share the recent performances of these two based on home and away. Looking at Milan at home, you can see that their average 50%, 3 out of 6 events has been win at home, as compared to the opponent that is playing away. They have had 0 out of 6 events away. And now I want to share with you based on the percentages, 0% here as compared to 50%. Looking at the performances of Milan based on the recent games they have played at home, there are two particular focus points here I've looked at, and I want to compare these two before making our takes. Here, the first is Milan had a match with Cagliari and ended as 5-1, beating Cagliari up to 5-1. Milan is really good at home, as you can see based on the recent performances here at home. They always score goals at home, and especially when they meet teams that are not too offensive or defensive. Now, looking at Cagliari, I also want to compare the match between Cagliari and the opponent. I want to go to Cagliari and see the match they have played against Salernitana. Here, we have it here. I want to share with you this particular event. Here, Cagliari, you can see this is it here. They had a match with Salernitana, but Cagliari was able to beat Salernitana up to 4-2, for which Milan was able to beat Cagliari. If Cagliari can beat Salernitana, then of course, there is still a possible chance of Milan to beat Salernitana. And also, if there were the possibility of up to 6 goals in this event, then goals possibility is also the next choice we want to look at. Also looking at the second point of interest here, based on Cagliari, we also want to look at the next here, which is this particular event, Inter. I want to look at Inter. They had a match with Milan, 2-1. I want to also compare Inter here. They had a loss, as you can see here. Milan was able to score 1 goal against Inter, even though they had a loss. But I want to share with you this area here. They also had Inter against Salernitana. And Inter was able to beat Salernitana up to 4-0, and Sale was not able to score even 1 goal. If Milan was able to score Inter, and of course, but this Milan was able to beat Salernitana up to 4, then of course there is still the possibility of Milan also to score against Salernitana. So in this event, based on our findings, head-to-head checks, and the last performances or the most recent performances of these two teams, we are looking at two main choices here. The first of our choice here, we are looking at Milan, which is the home team, to take the lead in full time, as well as we are looking at 1.5 goal in this match in full time. Looking at the next event, which is still going to run on Saturday, we are looking at Germany Cup, a match between Kaiserslautern playing against Bayer Leverkusen. In this event, I want to share with you the last head-to-head between these two. You can see it ended as 4 goals, and Leverkusen was able to beat the opponent. Looking at the performances based on last 6 games, I want to share with you, if you look at these directly, you are going to see that 2 of 2 wins and 2 of 2 wins, 100% and 100%, which might be a little bit misleading. But of course, I will clear your doubt here by making sure that I share with you the performances of this particular event here, Kaiserslautern, the matches they have played. Even looking at the games they have played here, you might also not really find the good point here. But of course, I'm not going to use this particular area. I want to share with you a table based on the league position. Now, before we make our pick here, I want to first of all want to share with you first based on this particular insight that we have here. Now, of course, based on the odd rate insight of SofaScore, they have told us based on the odd section that it is 1.15 and 87% for Leverkusen, giving you a heads up that the percentage win for Leverkusen is 94%. In other words, they are already telling us that Leverkusen is going to win. But of course, we don't want to relent there. I want us to see this message here. When the odd is 1.14, the expected chance of winning is 87%, but now this team win at 94%. In other words, we are now sticking to the point that Leverkusen is going to win, and the possibility of it to win is up to 94% and 87%, as you can see here. Now, I want to move to the next step to compare these two teams by looking at the team they play. You can see based on the standing, you can see FC Kaiserslautern is in the Germany's 2nd Bundesliga, and I want to look at the performance based on the league table itself. You can see they stay on the 13th position, playing 34 games, as you can see here, scoring 59 goals and conceding 64. As now compared to Bayer Leverkusen, who is in the Bundesliga already, they are telling you that if Leverkusen is from Bundesliga, I also want to look at the position. They are leading the Bundesliga, and you can see 34 games played, 28 wins, up to 89 goals scored, and 24 goals conceded. In other words, they are more offensive and more defensive as compared to the opponent. As a result, based on this table, we are now looking at two choices in this event in full time. Our first event here, based on our pick on the backings, we are looking at Bayer Leverkusen to win as one of the options, as well as we are looking at the possibility of 1.5 or 2.5 goals to occur in this match in full time. Please make sure to also tell us your take in the comment section of this video. Now, looking at the next pick, which will run on Sunday the 26th, we are looking at Croatia in the 1HNL. In this event, we have a game between Dynamo Zagreb playing against Rudez. Here, I want to share with you directly, based on the events they have played for the last 6 games. Of course, I want to share with you Dynamo Zagreb against Rudez. You can see Zagreb, based on win rate, they are very good at home and very offensive. 6 out of 6 game win, 100%, as compared to Rudez, 0%, 0 out of 6 wins. Now, looking at the performances of Dynamo Zagreb based on home team, the performances here, there are 2 areas, or one, especially the one area I want to over-precise on it. One of it is this event here that they have against Istra 1961. You can see that Dynamo Zagreb was able to beat it 4-1. This same Istra also had a match against the opponent Rudez, as you can see, Istra 1961, and they recorded a loss. You can see 2-1. This actually based on the findings and other head-to-head comparison of other teams and the position of the table. Of course, we are looking at this area that Dynamo Zagreb, which is the home team, is very, very offensive. And of course, having a team like the opponent who is weak in offense, it is the possible chance for Dynamo Zagreb to take that home advantage in this particular event. Therefore, we'll look at 2 choices here, or even 3. The first choice we are looking at for this particular event is the home team, which is Dynamo Zagreb to win or lead this game, as well as we are looking at Dynamo Zagreb to score 1 or 2 goals in this match in full time. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at Turkey Superliga on Sunday, which is the 26th. So we had 6 events on the total of this event, and out of these 6, 3 on Saturday and 3 on Sunday. Now, looking here, we want to look at the match between Fenerbahce playing against Istanbul. And of course, here I want to share with you directly, based on the performances of the last 6 games they have played. Based on Fenerbahce at home, you can see out of 6 games, they have had 5 wins, recording 83% as compared to Istanbul Sport that has played, that had 17%, 1 out of 6 wins. Now, looking at this area here, there are some points I want to precise based on the performances of Fenerbahce at home. I want to share with you a particular area which I've seen here. First is looking at a match against Besiktas. Now, Fenerbahce was able to beat Besiktas, which is a very strong team, especially when it was at home. This same Besiktas have a match against the opponent here, and you can see that they had a very huge loss here, 2-1. And as a result, I've compared already other head-to-head or matches they have played with this opponent, the performances at home and away, and compare both of them. And as a result, we are looking at 2 particular events to occur in this match in full time. Our first choice here is looking at Fenerbahce to lead this game in full time, as well as we are looking at 1.5 or 2.5 goal in this event in full time. Looking at the next game in our list, we are looking at Italy Serie A, still on Sunday, and we are looking at the match between Lazio playing against Sassuolo. That is Sassuolo. In this event, I'll go directly to share with you the last 6 games based on the performances. You can see based on wins, 4 out of 6 has been win based at home by Lazio, recording 67% as compared to Sassuolo, which is the opponent, 0%, 0 out of 6 wins. Now, looking at the performance of Lazio here at home, they are very good, especially when they are at home and score a lot of goals, especially when they meet weaker teams. Looking at that of its opponent, Gino, you can see they concede a lot and they are not that as good. Now, I want to compare some particular teams here to share with you, which we have already compared with other opponents, such as, an example, Salernitana had a match with Lazio. Lazio beat it 4-1. I also want to look at Salernitana here. You can see they had a draw 2-2 against Sassuolo. If Salernitana is almost comparing strength with Sassuolo, and this same Salernitana, the home team, which is Lazio, beat it, as you can see here, up to 4-1, then of course there is still a possible chance for Lazio to beat the opponent here in full time, as well as the possibility of goals. Therefore, we have already compared and checked everything hand to hand, and we are looking at two choices here in full time. The first choice here, we are looking at Lazio to take the lead in this event in full time, as well as we are looking at 1.5 or 2.5 goals to occur in this event in full time. These are the 6 events we want to share them with you before time. That is 1 or 2 to 3 days ahead of time, so that you have enough time to go through it, to find your picks in this list, to boost your profit by finding the best picks to place your bet on it and hit big win. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the next episode of Big League Match Predictions. And bye-bye.